Hi, this is Stephanie Walters with Blue Top Marketing, and we're going to have a quick webinar on the 14 common mistakes people are making with their LinkedIn profile. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. First, you have typos. You want to make sure that when you're creating your profile that you clear up all of the typos and grammatical errors that are out there. You're not using a headshot. This is the time to use a professional headshot. This is not the time to use a cropped out photo from your vacation photos. And this is also not the time to use a photo that includes your partner or your spouse. Again, this is your profile and you want to put your best foot forward for both business leads and for job opportunities. You're using a very generic profile title. So right underneath your name you have the ability to create a profile title, and you're using office manager, sales representative, or director of marketing. You really want to use energetic adjectives for this title. There's a lot of character space for this field, so you want to make sure that you're using all of it. You're not reaching out to group members. You may have joined the groups and you've been reading the group discussions, but you really haven't participated in the groups. You want to make sure that you're asking questions, answering someone else's question, and basically participating in whatever's out there. Because many of those group members have told LinkedIn that they want a summary email either daily or weekly based off of the group. And if you're participating, your information will go directly to their inbox. When sending out connection requests, you're using the generic message and you're not personalizing it. This is where you really want to show that you care about the connection. You don't want to just send out the generic message. You want to say, "Hey Steve, it was great meeting you last night at the networking event. I would love to connect with you here on LinkedIn." You'll have a better chance of getting a reply request than just sending out the generic message. You're contacting people through your phone using the canned text. The LinkedIn app is great, but with many of the features it just uses canned text, and you want to make sure that you're always using personalized text. So in this particular case, you can use the app to do generic functions, but really when it comes to responding to people or sending out invites or in-mails to those people, you really want to go through the browser version of LinkedIn. You haven't customized your profile URL. If you notice underneath the information, underneath your photo in LinkedIn, there's a link. It's literally your profile link. And you can use that in other places to tell people, "Hey, click on this link and it'll take you directly over to my LinkedIn profile." Well, it's a very long, ugly web address. You have the ability to edit that down. So like with mine, it says linkedin.com/miss.stephanie.walters. So you want to make sure that you do that because it'll also increase your branding. You haven't filled out the summary section in your LinkedIn profile. The summary section functions just like the summary section at the top of your resume. It's a summary, it's a culmination of all of your knowledge, skills, and abilities, and you really want to use this section to the fullest. This is also the section that will determine if someone will continue to read down your profile, if they'll jump off and move somewhere else. So you don't want it to be dull and drab as well. You've decided to start stalking people on LinkedIn, but you forgot to turn yourself into anonymous, which means that if it's a premium account holder, that person knows that you looked at their profile, how long you looked at their profile, and when. So you want to make sure that if you're going to do that, you switch over to being anonymous. And you're not using the sections that are available in LinkedIn, which basically means you've taken your resume, you've uploaded the entire thing, and now it's just one long page of text instead of the sections that have been pre-built in LinkedIn. You really want to use their sections. So copy and paste the sections within your resume over into the sections within LinkedIn. It'll make it an easier read for the people coming to your profile. Now, you don't have credible recommendations. You've done some work, and to boost up your recommendations, you decided to go out to your friends and family and say, "Hey, can you give me a recommendation?" Well, unfortunately, many job recruiters can tell that these are friends and family and not actually managers, supervisors, or colleagues. So you want to make sure that you're using reputable people to create those recommendations. In addition to this, LinkedIn has started using what's called endorsements. Now, at the time of this video, both recommendations and endorsements are active on LinkedIn. Eventually, the rumor is that the recommendations may go away. So you're going to want to work both sections, but the recommendations have a higher weight than the endorsements at this point. You're not using the advanced search tools or the company tab when you're looking for a job. Did you know that companies that are heavy into LinkedIn will post their job opportunities on the platform before they'll post it out on their website, out on CareerBuilder and Monster.com, or even in the paper? You want to make sure that you're following the companies that you desire to work at, and you're always checking out their jobs tab. Now, if you're following the company, you'll see in your news feed whenever they have new job postings come up. Otherwise, you can go to any company that's listed on LinkedIn and then look at their jobs tab to see if they have job opportunities that fit your expertise. Your skills list isn't recognized by LinkedIn, so you're not searchable. Basically, how people find you either within a group, a company, or your personal profile is through search terms on LinkedIn. You want to make sure that when you fill out the skills list on your profile that you're using the most popular search terms that are available, and LinkedIn will show you what those are. Do not come up with your own skills list, because if the recruiter that is looking for a particular person doesn't use that skill description that you put in, you will not show up on his list. You want to go with the most popular skills list that's out there. So those are all 14 of the mistakes people have commonly made on their LinkedIn profile. I thank you for watching this webinar, and I invite you to join our community. We have boot camps, seminars, webinars, and workshops that help small businesses and professionals do all of this on all of the big platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Pinterest. You can find us at bluetopmarketing.com. And thank you again.